right now, the Democratic candidates are facing off in two of the most important primaries for the nomination. And the one thing they agree on, both Hillary and Obama hate the oil companies. They agree you can't give a break to big oil. They are adamant that these guys are the bad guys and that they should be mauled with a windfall profits tax. Tonight, I am urging the Democrats not to take that tack. I am pleading. I'm on my knees here. All right. I plead that they not take a punitive stance, at least toward the companies that are drilling for natural gas. Why? Sure, renewable fuel. I love renewable fuels. Hey, solar. Oh, hopefully sugar and not corn-based ethanol, because we are tired of our food for oil plan that's crucifying mankind on a cross of ethanol and making chicken and beef too expensive for you. I know those are the fuels of the future, but they're the fuels of the far future. In the interim, there's coal, there's oil, there's nuclear, and there's nat gas. Let's go through these, Hillary and Obama. Coal, clean coal, oxymoron. Nukes, not in my backyard. Oil, running out. Natural gas, bingo!
That was easy.
It's clean. It's plentiful. That's right. There are still many finds to be had. Witness the Marcellus Shale in Pennsylvania, which could be an enormous source of natural gas and jobs. And it's just now being developed. Now, the politicians, I have a feeling when Obama and Hillary hear Marcellus, they think, a veal dish. Funny car veal. It's the secret to energy self-sufficiency, for heaven's sake. And they want to tax the veal dish. It's nuts. Today we heard from one of my faves in this industry. I am in heaven with this industry. I'm so happy. I'm going to play a little whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Clinton, Obama, Clinton. Cramer. Right. Today we heard from Anna Darko, one of our absolute favorites. The one with that guy Jim Hackett at the helm. Remember, I did that at the Plaza. Hey, 2 thumbs up Plaza. You can't even go there yet. Maybe you can now. Anyway, we brought him back on March 25th. Yeah, we brought Jim onto the show. He's a handsome and powerful man, to quote Gene Simmons. The stock was at $63, and we said this one was a must-buy because it is the year of natural gas. Now the stock is up $11.51. Told ya! We're 18% after reporting a monster quarter after the belly. I mean, they're drilling everywhere! I think this $74 stock can go to 118 months, extending the year of natural gas right into 2009. Anadarko, unlike Exxon, wake me up, which is a big bank that's just buying back $8 billion in stock, Anadarko is a believer and has been a believer in higher prices. I'm a believer. Hey, Neil Diamond, another network. I'm on the other. All right. It's bidding on land. It is buying leases. It is a combination of the nut job featured in There Will Be Blood and the Ewings in Dallas for the older and therefore less valuable demographic. In fact, the incredible drilling race between Anadarko and Chesapeake in the Marcellus Shale reminds me of that whole season when Cliff Barnes was drilling against Bobby Ewing. And for the record, I was always a Barnes fan. They are going all out against each other, and I'm loving it. Producing natural gas for our country. I'm calling it energy self-sufficiency. The politicians must recognize that these companies are the future. And the integrated oils, which only somewhat believe in higher prices, have little or no growth. But the natural gas companies that are drilling like mad, they're all about 15% growth. How many companies do we have? Hey, you have any of those old techs growing at 15%? These are at 15% for as far as the eye can see. They have visibility, maybe even more, because they predicted higher prices, and they're operating on that correct assumption. These are wildcatters. And I'm going to list the wildcatters so you know what to buy anytime they're down. And they tend to go down midday when I'm not on. I mean, look, I would like to have the whole Cramer network. I admit it. I'm enough of an egomaniac to think I'd like to start at 6 and end at 7, block out everybody else. But that's not the plan, because I am a team player. Anyway, here they are. Devon, Apache, which was stupidly down the other day off of a great quarter, Anadarko, Southwestern, Chesapeake, and XTO, whose CEO, Mr. Simpson, stood right here, along with some of these other clowns. I mean, no, hey, just kidding. All right, anyway, these are all Cramer faves. Oh, he might have been over here. Oh, Jeff Zucker, most important man in the world. I didn't mean to do, I thought Iron Man was a Universal movie. I never would have done it, Jeff. I'm sorry. I was way out of line. Anyway, we have had CEOs of all but Southwestern on the show. We got to remedy that pronto. After the Big Six, there's the emerging player, El Paso, which I like so much I bought the company, or at least shares in it for my charitable trust, actionalertsplus.com. El Paso just had a great find today off the coast of Brazil. These guys are drilling. How about the old-timers? And Canna, still flush. Yeah, you pronounce it like you have a Philadelphia accent. And Conoco, which they all laughed at, a la Carey when it bought Burlington, then the largest natural gas player. Who's laughing now? Didn't you love the fact that Travolta did his best work in that, drenching her in blood? How about Ultra Petroleum, UPL, after the bell with a monster good beat? And don't forget Neighbors and Halliburton as domestic drilling land plays for nat gas. Anadarko said today that rates are going up. That may be big for this kind of drilling, especially in that veal dish, the Marcellus Shale. Now, let me give you the big wrap-up. We've been using $125 as the price target for oil for the last 2 years in the show, right? When it was like 60 and 80 and 90, we've been using 125. And sweet 16 for natural gas. Until today, we had the highest targets for oil on the street. Then Golden Slacks, which have been using $100, said today that $200 is possible for oil. He leapfrogged me. He pantsed me. I'm willing to say oil goes to $150, but right now oil is less important. My best players are in natural gas. I have been hounding you on this, okay? I hounded some woman today when I was having a cup of coffee. I said, natural gas. I don't care. She wanted to make nice about Iron Man. Natural gas. My credibility here is awesome, by the way. As I predicted just last Friday that Anadarko would have a blowout quarter yesterday, and that's just the most recent example. Hey, I also did that for Precision Passports. All right, the bottom line. I own natural gas for my charitable trust, and I am still buying these stocks. The group has much further to go. We are talking about a giugic, fantastic move here, and you have not missed that move yet. Now I want to be as fired up as this guest I'm about to have. And my guest is Melissa from Iowa. Melissa!
Booyah, Mr. Cramer from the great state of Iowa. And
oh,
thanks for
man.
getting me in the game.
I love it. You guys have single-handedly ruined our food costs. Good to have you. Good to have you.
I'm wondering if you're up for a little mini version of Am I Diversified?
Done your way.
All right. I am a big fan of Chesapeake Energy.
Oh, love it.
And I am doing my homework on Neighbors Industries.
Fantastico.
I'm wondering if the two companies are too closely related to keep me diversified.
I got back from France 2 weeks ago, and the only answer I can give you is absolument. They are too close. I think that these are, in the end, both leverage ways to play natural gas, meaning they're spending a fortune on natural gas. They're just no holds barred, and I don't want you to own both. Push comes to shove. This is tough because Eisenberg at Neighbors is brilliant, and Aubrey McLennan is always welcome. And by the way, is a very, very good explainer of the natural gas situation, as he was a couple years ago when he explained that it was ridiculously cheap. You know what? It's 6 or half dozen. If you like drilling, it's going to be Neighbors. If you like nat gas, it's going to be Chesapeake. It's your call. I would probably, at this price, favor Chesapeake. May I go to Ryan in, natural gas, the heartland, Oklahoma. Ryan.
Hey, Jim, I got a booyah to you from the University of Tulsa.
Oh, when they say that college kids don't watch TV, you got to give them something they like, for heaven's sake. What's up?
That's right, that's right. All right, Jim, with the declining dollar and record-breaking prices in crude and natural gas, Petro-Canada is estimated to grow at 25% this quarter and over 50% next quarter. Tell me, Jim, is PCZ the way to play Canadian natural gas?
Oh, amen. You're preaching to the choir, my friend. That is a dynamite stock. I have liked it. I also like Canadian Natural Resources. I mean, I don't want to slight anybody here. I like Suncor. But yours, Petro-Canada, it shows me that you and perhaps your whole state have, yes, indeed, horse sense. Can I go to Kyle in Texas, please? Kyle.
Jim.
Kyle.
Big Texas booyah to you.
Oh, man. Cookie booyah back at you.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for taking my call. I just want to say up front, I love all the work that you've done on natural gas and believe it's definitely a solution to many of our energy problems.
Right.
With that being said, I want to talk about XTO. The stock got hammered after earnings on April 23rd. but it's seen a nice bounce since then. I think it blows through 80. What do you think?
I agree with you. You know why it went down? You know why it went down when they reported? Because of morons who were selling it knew less than the people who were selling Apache the other day. We can thrive over this factor. I call it the moron factor. People who know less than you and I do about what happens when a great quarter happens. I could not believe that XTO sold off. They raised all of their forecasts. They gave you a sense of visibility, and people sold it. That's why I keep coming back to the fact that this game, the stock market, is the greatest game in the world, because there are morons who pull the trigger. They know nothing. We know something. We can make money from them, and I thank you. I thank you for playing an XTO, which I own for my Channel Trust, and I think goes much higher. I like your price target. This is the year of natural gas, and my wildcatters, everybody but Barnes and Ewan, are going much higher. Stay with Cramer.